In this video, we are going to install Python manually and show how it works for our use case, where we want to manage perhaps different Python versions, but definitely several packages. So we want to create virtual environments using UV, which is a package manager, a very fast one. So it's the golden standard of using this. So first, you can open your terminal inside a project, for instance, downloads project X, or you can just type terminal here and get that open. We want to see what Python version is installed on the system, so we can do GCM Python. And here we see that there is a system Python installed somewhere. We can check if UV is installed, and it is not. So that's the first thing we are going to do on the system. We're going to install UV. So for that, you can browse into the Astral official guide to see how that is done. But essentially, they're going to tell you to use this command, PowerShell execution policy bypass. And it's this link here. So it's going to install this installer, and it's going to pipe it to the execution. So it's going to execute it. Since this installer is signed by Astrals, Microsoft knows that this is, not any malware. You'll be fine running this, and the execution policy bypass will work. This is going to run, and it is done. Now the best practice is to just restart the terminal and launch a new session, and then you can see UV version to see that takes a second, that we have UV installed. Okay, so from here we can install Python by doing UV Python install, like so, and it's going to grab the latest version of Python, which is the 3.14.2. You can also say which one you want. If you want a specific version, we can do GCM Python to see that it's still pointing to the system Python version. So how do we deal with this? Well, virtual environments. So we need to create a virtual environment using UV, and then we activate this virtual environment in order to use our specific Python version and our specific packages. So I'm already at CUses Senmir, which is my username here. So what I want to do here, regardless of what I might, where I might want to store my files, like in OneDrive or Dropbox, Google Drive, wherever, I want to have the virtual environment somewhere locally, and the reason for that is I don't want any cloud storage to start syncing files, because there are thousands of them and it's going to take forever. So installing them is fast, but not syncing. So I want to separate that. That's the very important thing here. So in order to create a new virtual environment, I'm going to make a directory called venvs. So virtual environments here, and then I'm going to change directory into vms. See here, vms, and here I want to create a UV venv, a new virtual environment called default. It's just the naming convention I want to use here, and I want you all to use this initially, so that sort of everybody has the same setup, so we can help you guys. Now it has created this, and we can activate it by launching. We can go into default scripts, activate. So let's do that. So default scripts and activate. And now I can see here that says default. So that means that everything I can actually change directory now to somewhere else. Let's say into here, and then let's see what I have here. Let's do downloads and project X. So let's say I want to do stuff here. Which Python am I running? Well, I can do GCM Python, And I can see now that it is being run from C users sendmere VMs default scripts. So inside there, dot dot dot, I can actually do GCM pipe this to format list to show the complete path here. Okay, so now I have this set up, but it's a lot of typing, right? So wouldn't it be nice if we have a sort of shortcut for this? And well, we can. So we can create in PowerShell a profile. So I'm just going to paste in a command here, new item path profile force. It's going to create a new profile for me on this environment, which is sort of new. And I'm going to add content to this. And now it's very important that my virtual environments is in this VMs folder, name scripts activate PS1. So run this, and then I can reload this profile by doing dot profile like this. And now what I have is a function, so I can write activate. Oh, actually, let me deactivate first. Deactivate. So you can see that the now default is gone from here. So if I do GCM Python, for instance, it's defaulting back to the system one. Okay, so I can do clear to get rid of everything, and now I can showcase this new function, activate default. So that's it. So what it does basically is, okay, so it's grabbing the VMs and it's activating a virtual environment called default. If I try to activate something that doesn't exist, then it's going to yell at me that VM's ASD does not exist. Makes sense. So what do I care about this? Well, you will need to use the terminal to at least go in here sometimes to add packages or update packages. So uv pip install, and let's install NumPy, just NumPy for now. So since I have activated this virtual environment, I'm going to install NumPy into this environment. So I can now do uv pip list to see that I have NumPy installed in there. If I do deactivate and do uv pip list, then it's going to show something else, since I'm not in this environment. Okay,